What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Action Sunday. And I'm still in the vein of adventure movies until the end of the month. Pardon me, there. Anyway, so today I'm going to be looking at Stardust. Yes, this one's more of a fantasy adventure with a little bit of romance in it. So why the heck not? Since I'm a bit of a romantic myself, that's a story for another day. I don't want to talk about what's going on, but anyway, I was doing a little bit of research before I started watching the movie, and I didn't realize this was based on a graphic novel by Neil Gaiman of all people, which I was like, wow. I didn't realize that. I thought he was just comics and other things, but I didn't realize he wrote this. But hey, I can't believe it's been almost like 12 years since this movie came out. So that's incredible. So let's take a look at this movie for the first time. And I'm gonna say this right now. I feel like it was a bit underrated. Was actually very entertaining. I was very enthralled with it. I was like, huh. There were some moments that had me laughing. There were some moments that made me smile. There were some moments that had me cringe at one point. But of course, I'm going to get to that momentarily. But overall, it's an interesting movie. Now, I'll explain the plot in the simplest detail because it's a little bit more convoluted than it is, which of course that's how, movies based on graphic novels / comics. Also, I'm noticing a trend. Last week I reviewed League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, which was based on a graphic novel by Alan Moore. This one also a graphic novel, so I did not plan it that way. It just happened to be like that. But anyway, Stardust, it's set in a fictional English town. Somehow a star falls to the earth, and somehow it becomes this very beautiful woman played by the lovely Claire Danes. And this guy decides to venture over the wall. It's a forbidden land to retrieve the star to bring it to his lover. Okay, so it's a little interesting how that goes, and eventually becomes like an adventure. And not only does he eventually try to go to the star, it's like, how do I say this? If I keep telling this plot of this, it's going to unravel the story, which I feel like is like the perfect thing. It's like, I think I've said this many times before. It's like the story is like an onion. You peel off more layers, and then essentially that's what you get to just the story. So yeah, it's a really fun fantasy adventure element. I really love the setting. I'm not gonna lie. Of course, even though it's a little cliche, it's an English town. There's a lot of English actors. Sorry for that. I had to do that. Well, supposedly, except for Claire Danes, except for Robert De Niro. Yeah, which of course that had me scratching my head. Let's see. Well, look at all the star power in this movie. Like Claire Danes, Michelle Pfieffer, frickin' Ian McKellen as the narrator. Wow, and of course, the real obvious one is Robert De Niro. I'm like, huh, it's like real odd. And Robert De Niro plays a guy named Captain Shakespeare, who's a pirate. Which, of course, yeah, you're probably saying, wait, there's pirates in the movie? Yes, sky pirates, and of course, yeah. That's pretty interesting. So it's more puts into the vein of a steampunk adventure, which of course I was getting vibes of Skies of Arcadia when I first saw this scene with Robert De Niro. So I don't want to give too much ahead, but it's a pretty neat scene. There's also like witches. That's what Michelle Pfeiffer plays. She plays a witch. They have this king played by the late great Pierre O'Toole. And so he's trying to say, okay, so if he dies, the next person in line has to take the throne. Of course, it's like, once again, more unraveling of a story. Supposedly there's like a bunch of brothers all next in line for the throne, and it's like none of them qualify. It's like they all died in some gruesome, horrible way. And of course, I felt like that was a bit of dark comedy. It's like, oh god, one guy gets thrown out of a window, one guy gets his throat slashed in the most gruesome way ever, which I was shocked. This is a PG-13 movie, and that happens? Good God, I think they should packaged it, as I like to say, give it a better rating. But hey, that was my only gripe about this, was that. But everything else feels good. It feels authentic. Like, I love the saying. They did shoot this in Scotland, and of course it's clearly obviously Scotland because of some of the landscape shots. You can definitely tell it's the Highlands. It's in fact, you can definitely tell it's definitely Scotland. So yeah. Of course, I can't pronounce any of those Scottish towns, but incredible. But I really love it. But yeah, the star power really has it there. It's all good. But I think what kind of drags it down for me, I think it's like too many characters, too much star power. It's like, how do I say this? It's too much substance over style. It's what I'm trying to say. It's like you add way too many characters. You're trying to focus on the main character, but then again, you're trying to cram everything in. And think about this. This is based on a graphic novel or a comic. So think about this: you're trying to incorporate every element into one giant script into a movie, and of course it's tough to do that. I said that when I reviewed like movies like Tekken and Street Fighter, so you can see why. But hey, whatever works is what you get. Okay. And hey, it can either be hit or miss, okay? But overall, it's fun and it's all very much fun. It had me laughing, it had me smiling, and at the end of the day, it really just had me saying, "Oh, this truly is a happy ending," kind of thing. And of course, Ian McKellen, his narrations were just on par with this movie. It was really, really good, amazing stuff. All right, so if I had to give Stardust a score, I'm gonna give Stardust. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. That's as best I can do it. Despite like I said, I think too many characters, too much substance and all that. I think it's still a great fantasy little adventure movie with a little bit of romance. You got some great stuff here, and I really like the saying. Of course, some of the visuals may be a little tacky or like a little cheap, but it's what it is. Okay, and I definitely say give it a watch. I found it on Netflix, but if you find it somewhere else, you're in luck. Okay, and and of course, I will say, word warning, it's not for children of all ages. There, like I said, there is a couple gruesome moments and a couple scary moments. All right, so a little word of warning. If you want to show the little kiddies, so scary, and we'll think. All right. But anyway, that does for today. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for some more awesome, exciting videos.